Right, I'm back from my little business trip across the country. There's no way I missed anything in the few days I was gone, right? Right? Okay, never mind. So have you ever heard of China Joy? No, me neither. And odds are that unless you live in a PRC, you've never heard of it. But whatever it is, apparently it was a big enough event for AMD to use it as the stage for the announcement of the upcoming AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT graphics card. What they claim to be an 1080p esports targeted powerhouse that will be one of the best budget cards on offer. But we'll see about that. Though specs wise and price wise, it honestly seems like an extremely good deal. For 32 of AMD's RDNA 2 compute units, a fairly decent GPU clock, 32 megabytes of AMD's Infinity Cache, 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory, and all of that for just $379, I mean, that all sounds pretty decent, right? Apart from the fact that naturally you won't be able to buy it for $379 for quite a few months after its launch, but that's a whole other topic. The one very interesting thing on the spec side is that it only supports a total of 8 PCIe Gen 4 lanes, even though the connector itself is still 16x. AMD claims it's because this card will never need 16 lanes of bandwidth anyways, so they didn't even bother including it. And actually, it's supposed to be competing against some of Nvidia's more budget offerings like the RTX 3060 and the still unreleased and not even fully official RTX 3050 Ti and RTX 3050. And even though it is launching rather soon, we all know it's gonna be another paper launch because that is just the way of the universe right now. And what will probably make things even worse for this card is the fact that there will be no reference design from AMD. Instead, the only 6600 XTs you'll be able to buy will come from third parties, guys like Gigabyte, Asus, MSI, etc. and etc. So naturally, less vendors for this card could potentially mean less cards in circulation. However, at the same time, there's a few things that make me a bit more hopeful for this launch. Firstly, the crypto crash is going strong, and many people, especially in China, because of the CCP crackdown on crypto mining, have been flipping a lot of cards. So odds are that miners won't be buying up this card in quite as big of a capacity as some of the previous models, not to mention the fact that it is a pretty budget card and thus won't be as much of a use to a miner anyway. It is just 32 compute units, and seeing how the total board power is just 160 watts as well, I mean, you won't be getting too much performance out of it compared to something like a RX 1600 XT, so it just won't be much use to a miner anyway, so that would be another reason for them not to rebuy it at this time. So all of those factors combined, it's very hard to tell right now if there's going to be enough of these cards come the launch or not, so we'll just have to wait and see and, well, pray. However, if you're struggling to buy yourself a graphics card right now because of the shortages and you want to use that money on something else, then hey, maybe check out my Patreon, because even $1 a month goes a long way in helping out this channel and allows to make way better videos along with videos on way more interesting topics. I'd also love to thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, LKB, Meg Sumner, Blake Durake, Shane Allcroft and Lance Beef. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Then there's also our Amazon Associates links if you want to grab yourself a PSU that will be able to drive these cards. Plus then there's also our Discord server if you want to talk to me or others artists or whatever else really. Plus, and there's our social media links as well. But anyway, that's all it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.